Hello and welcome. You've got a job interview coming up? Well, let's get you ready to knock their socks off. First things first, you need a CV that sings, or at least one that makes it past the robots. These days, companies use applicant tracking systems, or ATS, to scan CVs for keywords. It's like a digital bouncer, deciding who gets in and who doesn't. So how do you get past this digital bouncer? It's all about tailoring your CV to the job description. Read it carefully and pick out the key skills and experience they're looking for. Then make sure those words appear in your CV. Think of it as speaking the ATS's language. But don't just stuff your CV with keywords like a Christmas turkey. It still needs to read well for the human eye. Keep your language clear, concise, and easy to read. Use bullet points to highlight your achievements and quantify your accomplishments whenever possible. Remember, your CV is your first impression, so make it count. Now let's talk about preparation. You wouldn't walk onto a game show without knowing the rules, would you? The same goes for job interviews. Take the time to research the company thoroughly. What are their values? What are their recent projects? What's their company culture like? Go beyond their website and check out their social media presence, news articles, and even employee reviews. The more you know, the better prepared you'll be to answer questions and ask insightful ones of your own. And don't forget to look up your interviewer on LinkedIn. Understanding their background and career path can give you valuable clues about their perspective and what they might be looking for in a candidate. Now let's talk about the interview itself. Feeling nervous? That's perfectly normal. The key is to channel that nervous energy into positive energy. Practice makes perfect, darling. Imagine yourself in the interview room. What questions do you think they'll ask? Prepare your answers in advance. Think about your skills, experiences, and accomplishments that align with the job description. Structure your answers using the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. This framework helps you tell a compelling story and demonstrate your abilities clearly. And remember, it's not about reciting rehearsed answers like a robot. It's about having a genuine conversation and letting your personality shine through. Section 4. Dress for success. Finding the right attire. They say clothes make the man or woman. While that might not be entirely true, what you wear to an interview does matter. It shows you've made an effort and that you respect the occasion. But what does dressing for success actually mean in today's world? It's about finding a balance between professional and approachable. A good rule of thumb is to dress one step above what you would wear for a normal day on the job. Opt for classic pieces in neutral colors, such as a well-tailored suit, a blazer with slacks or a skirt, or a simple dress. And don't forget the shoes. Make sure they're clean, polished, and comfortable enough to walk and stand in. Section 5. Listen and learn. Being an attentive interviewee. Remember, an interview is a two-way street. It's not just about answering questions. It's also about listening actively and engaging with your interviewer. Pay close attention to what they're saying, both verbally and non-verbally. Maintain good eye contact, nod to show you're listening, and don't interrupt. Listening carefully allows you to pick up on cues and tailor your responses accordingly. It also demonstrates your respect for the interviewer's time and perspective. Remember, you're there to learn about the company and the role just as much as they're there to learn about you. Be present, be engaged, and be curious. Section 6. Asking the right questions, showing your interest and engagement. As the interview draws to a close, don't miss the opportunity to ask insightful questions of your own. This shows you're curious, engaged, and genuinely interested in the position and the company. Avoid asking questions that could easily be answered with a quick Google search. Instead, ask questions that demonstrate your knowledge of the company and your desire to contribute. For example, you could ask about the company's future plans, the team's dynamics, or the biggest challenges and opportunities facing the person in this role. Asking thoughtful questions not only gives you valuable information, but also leaves a lasting positive impression on your interviewer.